introduction, want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services, including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, MobileNotaryMindy.com. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on, we thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on Nerd Sports 1, 2, 4, we're going to talk about the grand and ingenious of motor. It's like a drag strip with what are those? The weed eaters. They take the weed eater motors and they make like drag carts with them.
I mean, yeah, you put it on a bicycle frame. I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
3 to 5 horsepower. I mean, yeah.
No, the way they do
a
it,
liter motor, dude, you're probably talking maybe 2 or 3 horses. And that's it. I mean, that's top of the line.
But yeah,
That's before or after modification, because you're going to Tim the Toolman Taylor the shit out of this thing.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to get your expansion bit and you got to open up that exhaust a little bit.
Exactly.
Put a turbo on there.
I mean, look at those lumberjack games, dude. I mean, the guys that trick out those hot saws.
Yes.
Man, those things have blowers on them. I'm like, good God.
Have
you ever seen, dude, I've seen one that yes,
right.
Yeah, I've seen one of those, like the engine was about that big and he still used it like it was like a regular chainsaw. And I was like, that man,
it's a full radiator.
Right. I don't know why this popped into my head, but like you know how like a couple of weeks ago we were talking about the Red Bull Good and Tag games.
Yeah,
you know where they have that ramp and they run those like makeshift gliders off into the water. And they had a dude that had an ultralight glider attached to a bed frame. The bed frame fell away. This dude glided for over 500 feet.
That's awesome.
And apparently there is a limit to how far you can fly before you're disqualified. Because this dude coasted over the crowd on land and they disqualified him the second that his nose crested the shoreline.
Yeah. Well, I guess
like by far and away, he flew the furthest, and he didn't lose any altitude doing it. He did the parabolic dipping, right? And by far and away, I mean, he just absolutely killed the rest of the competition by easy, a good 250 feet. But as soon as the shadow cast itself over the first blade of grass, disqualified flashed on the screen. I was like, oh, that sucks to suck.
I wonder if he knew.
Do what?
I wonder if he knew like the boundaries, because you would think if he knew he was going to go that far, he either didn't know where the boundary was, or he was just trying to make a statement like, look what I can do. I don't care if I get disqualified. Look what I can do.
Yeah.
You would have to think it would be the former, right?
You would think so. Because like
Yeah,
you don't go to all that effort to build
yeah,
that
you don't go
and
through all
out
that
there.
effort just to throw it out, right? I mean, he's there putting on some big dick energy.
Right. Of course, if he's like a multimillionaire, like he doesn't need the prize money or any of this other
Yeah,
shit.
no, I mean, this
Yeah,
glider,
that's the biggest
if I could find the footage of it, I mean, this glider, dude, it looked like one of those ones that they strap solar panels to and just let fly as far as it can. But it's like an MIT project. That's what it looked like.
Those
Yeah,
like
so
endurance, the 30-day flight or whatever that they're doing, or it's not gonna touch down for a month.
yeah,
I've seen those.
yeah. So I mean, and so I'm watching okay. So I was on the road yesterday, is coming back from an incredibly long weekend. Um, the details of which we will not get into while we are alive.
Yeah.
That's a whole other show.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, we can do an entire what the hell about the events surrounding this weekend.
Yeah.
But
We just did in our pre-show.
we did. And that was the cliff notes. I mean, really. I mean, that was the whole, hey LT, I need you to give me a sit rep, like give me the gritty, the give me the really like the rough notes here.
Right.
But so I've got music playing in the car. People are carrying on conversations. They're playing video games. They're sleeping. They're doing whatever. And I had already promised my wife, my dear, lovely wife, that I would not make anybody listen to the NASCAR race while we were driving, because I'm the only one that pays attention to it.
Oh, you have headphones.
I was driving.
Yeah, you put one in there and drive with headphones all the time, especially on long trips.
But you're the only one in the car, so why?
No, work trips.
Okay, work trips. Yeah. Okay.
When I would drive and they would be listening to their rap and hip hop.
Okay. So here's the thing. I get onto my wife all the time about texting while she drives. Mm-hmm. Stay off your phone while you were behind the wheel of this vehicle. Mm-hmm. It's just a safety issue, right? At that point, I'm not going to sit there and become the world's biggest hypocrite by going, you know what? Boop, put the earbud in while I'm driving. For me, I was just like, you know what? So what I did is, yes, while some may argue it is the same, it was a very passive watching of the race. I didn't stream it on my phone and just let it sit up on the dashboard. No, I put up the NASCAR webpage and I had the live scoring going.
Yeah, sounds glass over. That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean that would be the same as having your headphone in, though.
Yeah, but
especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a lot of middle of nowhere from where you were coming from.
Yeah, well, see, the funny thing, the good thing about that is so the middle of nowhere, the entire trip was coming straight from Wichita Falls, so that's 287 to 35, back to 287, and then on to 45, 288. Boom, we're home.
Right.
So rarely will you hit a spot where you dip below 5G. I'm just saying. Anyways, so this weekend was the Southern 500 from Darlington. It was the first race of the playoffs. And yeah,
it got a little sporty.
It did. It did get a little sporty. For a while there, it was looking like Denny Hamlin was going to run away with it. And I'm just sitting there going, I just don't like Denny Hamlin. I mean, it's not that the guy's got plenty of talent. Don't get me wrong. I just think that he has the propensity to come across as a bit of a crybaby more times than not.
No. Is it because of all the times that he's cried?
Well, you can't race me that way, but it's okay if I do it. Yeah, I'm sitting there going,
you do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Either, oh, well, it's not my fault that he ran out of talent going into the corner. Well, you did the same thing like last week. So,
Rubbing is racing.
but I mean, it happens to be that everybody else that runs out of talent has at least won a championship. Denny Hamlin's gotten close 2 or 3 times. And I mean, he's like the college student that lives at home and thinks that it's a safe place to jerk off in the bathroom, or I mean, no, in his bedroom, and doesn't lock the door.
Leaves it cracked a little bit.
He leaves it cracked just a little bit. And when he gets to the final round, like even just the championship race, like he is there. He is about to crest that hill. He's about to profile himself. And just like you and I know, and every other infantry veteran knows, you don't profile yourself on a ridgeline.
Nope.
Because here comes Murphy, pops him, and just ruins it. Just denies that orgasm.
That's why we live on the West.
I mean, that's why we love trench lines, right?
What was with Kevin Harvick?
Kevin Harvick. I mean, okay, so he was
19th.
Yeah, he finished 18th. So, it was just pit strategy. That's all.
He finished 19 on this article.
I think that it was either 18th or 19th. I was pretty sure that it was.
It was 19th.
Hold on. Hold your tits. Seriously, hold your tits. Come on. Here we go. There we go. All right.
Hey, but we're at a live show. We need the ratings. Hold your tits.
Yeah, he did finish 19th. All right. So what it was is it was just a pit strategy call. You either pit on sequence or you pit off sequence from the rest of the field. You either take 2 tires, 4 tires, or you just gas and go. I mean, the thing about racing is either it's going to go green all the way to the finish, or you're going to catch a couple of cautions. And if you catch a caution while you're on pit road, just forget it. I mean, your day's pretty much almost done.
You're screwed.
Yeah. So Kevin Harvick, I predict Kevin Harvick is going to be there at the end. He's going to grab himself one more win before his career is over. I see him getting to the championship 4. Will he close the deal and go out a champion? Probably not, but it would be nice to see. And
what was the problem in the pit, though? Because the article
wasn't the problem in the pit. It was just the fact
lead chaos.
Okay. So the thing about some of these NASCAR riders is you'd swear that they'd work for BuzzFeed on the weekends.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's a situation where the only reason why it caused chaos is because it cost him a win. Pure, plain and simple.
Oh, okay.
So the way that the pit sequences work, the way that the flags fell, I mean, just the way, I mean, could he have contended for the win? Sure, absolutely. Because is it possible that he actually had the winning car? Yeah. But it's just the pit sequences, and all it boils down to really, it just wasn't his day.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. So, but I am happy that Kyle Larson took the win. I definitely didn't want to see Tyler Reddick win. It's not that I've got anything against Tyler Reddick or 23XI Racing for that matter. It's just Denny Hamlin is co-owner of 23XI Racing, and I just don't want him being a happy man. I really don't. So,
basically, just fuck that dude.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
But he's a great guy and everything like that.
I mean, so what? Okay, so when the last restart happened, right? When I got home, I tried to watch the last 30 or so laps on Peacock, and I was like, well, it's not streaming on Peacock. That's bullshit. Streaming platforms are becoming just as annoying as cable providers are.
Yeah.
Like for NBC Sports, in order for you to enjoy on streaming content, you have to have a cable TV provider. We cut the cable cord for a reason.
Yep.
If I wanted to, if I'm required to have cable to watch these things, I'll just get cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what NASCAR needs is, I think they need, kind of like MLB does, they need or the NFL, they need a dedicated streaming service for their events. Pure, plain and simple. And I think NASCAR could actually, partner with their television. They could go in, they could collaborate with their television partners, Fox and NBC.
I would love to see them do it like NFL Red Zone and have it set up so you're looking at different cars' perspectives and you can.
Just enjoy the different car, roof cams or bumper cams.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, as it is, when we go to the race here in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and you write this website down, guys, because this is something that you're going to probably want to check into. Is racingelectronics.com. You can rent scanners at the track. So a scanner and a set of headphones at the tracks at trackside will run you about $50. Now you can go on Amazon and you can find these find scanners and a good set of headphones and probably spend about $125. And that investment, the more races you go to, that investment will eventually pay itself off. But right now, I'm just like, okay, I almost pulled the trigger and bought my own scanner. Because opposed to back in the day where you had to replace the batteries all the time, these come with the rechargeable batteries and it's all USB-C type stuff, right? I'll just pay my $50, rent a scanner and a set of headphones there at the track, because they've got a trailer there on the track side. And really, David, start the chat, just like woo woo. Okay, I see.
I'm trying to get people to chat because here's the deal: more people that chats in the comments, the more people that actually gets in the feed. So the chats are actually what gets our views up.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna rent the scanner when we get to Texas Motor Speedway, and yeah, I'm gonna have a list of all the frequencies. So I'm gonna be jumping between drivers throughout the course of the day, just so that way I get that additional, angle of what's actually going on in the race, as opposed to, oh, they're driving fast and turning left. Yeah, they're just driving in circles.
Press pedal and I'm gonna go forward.
They ever turn right?
Left turn.
No, yeah, they turn slightly right when they're leaving. They turn slightly right when they leave pit lane,
That is true.
But I mean, I'm telling you guys, where our seats are going to be, they're shifting through the gears. And I mean, they're going to be they're going to be getting those RPMs up right there where our seats are.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be so great. But yeah, so Kyle Larson took home the win. That was his first career victory at Darlington Speedway. He said this was one of those bucket list races. It's considered one of the crown jewel events for NASCAR.
Why is that?
I'm really glad. Why? Because Darlington's one of the original tracks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the race itself used to be called the Southern 500. And so it for a few years there, for about 10 or 12 years, it went through, your obligatory sponsor having naming rights to the race. And then there was a movement probably about 5 or 6 years ago that drivers and sponsors and just race fans in general wanted the Southern 500 back. And Darlington has always traditionally, it's been a throwback weekend for throwback paint schemes. There wasn't that going, there wasn't any of that going on this time. But I think that I don't know, it might have been the Darlington spring race where the throwback paint schemes occurred. But if there was even, but the current, the points leader going into Sunday's race was William Byron, and he actually managed to finish 4th. So as it stands right now, Kyle Larson with that win has a 1-point advantage over William Byron in the point standings. So your top 12 drivers look like Kyle Larson, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin in 5th, Martin Truex Jr. in 6th, Kyle Busch in 7th, Brad Keselowski in 8th, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Joey Go Fuck Yourself Logano, and Christopher Bell.
About that
rounds out your top 12. Now you've got your 4 bubble drivers right now. You got Bubba Wallace, Kevin Harvick is in 14th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 15th, and Michael McDowell is on the actual cutoff line at 16th. Michael McDowell had an absolute terrible day. He got involved in a wreck. It wasn't anything that's really necessarily due to his fault, but I mean, he had a lot of damage to his car. And I think that was one of the reasons why Denny Hamlin didn't finish real well as well. I mean, I know I've voiced my disdain for that guy. Looking at the comment section, I'm like, we might as well be just being private chat. I did get a hold of my daughter, told her we are going live. We're live right now. She's sending the link out to all of her friends. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get some action and get it popping here.
Well, Houston's beating the shit out of the Rangers right now.
You know what? I'm watching that, and I started out.
I know you're the producer, David, but this is my goat. You just hold the legs and you let me fuck it the way I want.
Okay, you whatever. You keep.
I wasn't done talking about racing yet. I wasn't done talking about NASCAR yet.
You go right ahead, Buttercup. You keep on talking. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, that butt stomping will be done by the time we get to the baseball part.
Yeah,
it's already bottom of the 9th.
So, do I think that Kevin Harvick's got a shot of getting his win during this round? Because the way that the playoffs work in NASCAR is that if you are one of those qualified playoff drivers and you win during that round, you automatically punch your ticket to the next round. Okay. So at this point, Kyle Larson can use the next 2 races as more of like a kind of an experimental kind of a thing, or he just needs to run well. He just needs to rack up as many stage points as possible. Would it be helpful to get an extra win or 2? Yeah, absolutely. Because those are all bonus points, but he is not required to win to advance. He's not required to do, to score enough points to advance because he's already punched his ticket to the round of 12. Next week's race is going to be the Hollywood Casino 400, and that's going to be at Kansas Speedway. That's going to be this coming Sunday, the 10th, and it's going to green flag is supposed to drop, or at least the TV coverage is supposed to start at 2:00 Central Time. After that, on the 16th of September is Bristol Motor Speedway. And then on September 24th, Angry Me Production is going to be live at Texas Motor Speedway. I cannot wait. That's just going to be, I actually had to watch the last 30 laps on somebody's TikTok live last night. And if I'm not mistaken,
my world.
Right. If I'm not mistaken here, hold on. I want to make sure that I get this right here. Let's see here. Followers. Frankie 9673. It was his it was his TikTok live. I gave him a follow just because he interacts with the people that are on his lives. Solid dude. His icon is just it's a number 9. It's a race font number 9. But Frankie at Frankie 9673. So go give him a follow. He said that he's going to more than likely probably do more NASCAR races live on his TikTok page. It's just all dependent upon the interaction that he gets, the requests that he gets. So definitely go give him a follow. I was also, interacting a lot with a guy by the name of Devin Williams 96. So, I mean, he pretty much watched the entirety of the race on Frankie's TikTok stream, but Yeah, that's probably how, unless Kansas or Bristol are going to be on Peacock and available to actually watch. That's probably how I'm going to catch the next two races. But yeah, the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington this weekend, that was a good race. I was glad to see Kyle Larson finally just try to like turn the corner a little bit, because he kind of seemed to fall off there toward the end of the regular season, but he kicked off the playoffs in a good way. He got his win, qualified for the next round, and we're moving on to Kansas Speedway next week. So and something to note, both Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick tend to traditionally run very well at Kansas Speedway. So look for those guys to be, contending for the win. No, I'm just putting that out there. Now, I know that we're going to break. I know that normally we break into football, but just so that way David doesn't feel like I stepped on his, little
we usually go over
I
freaking
usually do baseball first. Yes, that's very true.
You mess
That's
with
very
my head. My head is very special and very soft and malleable. And you mess with it.
Spongy is the word I'm looking for.
Yes,
Spongy. Yes,
spongy is what most people use. Yes. And I do believe that you need to stop that.
No, because it brings us indescribable joy.
Stop it, because I'm very, very gentle. I'm very gentle.
Super gentle.
I'm sure. I need.
Oh, gentle.
Let me do this camera right here. Zip.
Oh, what did I do? You messed me up. You went out of order. You cannot do that.
I don't know. I don't know why I became Asian all of a sudden.
That's racism and inappropriate.
I feel
Ladies
like
and gentlemen, the inadvertent racism that was just displayed by Johnny Skelton is not reflective of the thoughts and opinions of Angry Me Production, nor Johnny Skelton himself.
They are, however, very representative of David Dickerson. Extremely representative.
You messed that up.
No, he made a Letterkenny reference. Dixon.
Oh,
Yeah, the auctioneer.
no, I never watched Letterkenny.
Except he's taller, skinnier, and looks way better than you. Although you guys do have the same beard.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Kind of looks like it too. His face is round. He's got the little chubby cheeks.
We need to get one of those like Tractor Supply hats. Those Tractor Supply cowboy hats for him.
Yes.
How much are those?
They can't be that much.
I think they're like $20 or $30.
It's too rich in my blood.
It's one of those where you get a free hat with a free tank of gas, or with a full tank of gas.
Okay, Farva. So we're gonna stick the nozzle in the trash can here. Yeah. No, Tractor Supply hat probably running about $20, $30. My hat, on the other hand, 6X Resistol hat, cost me about $240.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving to baseball. We don't normally open the show with baseball. We normally open.
We almost always
weird
open the show with baseball.
We open it with the weird sport.
Oh, okay, yeah. Granted.
And then we make fun of you for a while.
Yeah. Granted. Yeah. See that.
And then we catch up on current events.
Yeah.
And then
we get into sports. So we actually, kind of were ahead of the power curve until you decided you wanted to throw your own monkey wrench in there.
Well, I was checking the sports news and everything, and I saw the Texas Houston game, and that happened.
You gotta follow the flow, David.
You know what?
We go where the conversation
and I'm gonna, I need to get a challenge flag in here so I can throw it, or I need to get a red and a yellow flag so I can toss it during the show.
What we need to do is get one of those electronic collars that we can control
But
so he starts doing that. We hit the button.
I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. I'm not going to ask David because I know for sure he's going to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
But when he cited the score, he did say that the Rangers were beating the Astros, didn't he?
No, Houston was beating the Rangers.
I'm pretty sure he had that backwards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Because
Man,
I'm looking at the score, and it is the bottom of the ninth. And the Houston Astros are beating the Rangers 13-6 currently.
That is what I'm showing. Yes, sir.
That's what I'm showing.
Dude, seriously, are you trying to gaslight me into thinking that's bullshit? Because it's not fucking working. I said Houston's winning by 13 and the Rangers are losing. That's the exact words.
That doesn't sound.
Sure. A happy little ass.
We're going to have to go back after the show and review the tape.
Yeah, we're definitely have to review the tape.
Yeah. We're going to have to send this one up.
Bad if we had a challenge flag, we could do the instant replay right now, but no.
You know what? No. We've got a challenge agent, Perry the Platypus. So.
Yep. However, the ruling on the field will stand because we both agree by consensus.
I get out of murder if it's like, complicit that the other person was an asshole, right?
You're an asshole.
The only time you get out of a murder charge is if it's a hung jury. And from what I understand, David, you are not hung.
No, he is not.
No.
I can confirm that he is not hung.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to say like micropenesia is a little bit of a strong term, but
he's got a Napoleon complex.
Let's just say he's not hitting bottom anytime soon.
Oh. See, David, this is where you can help your cause by saying the two words, soup can. I may not hit the bottom, but I dent the crap out of the sides.
When she says, "Give me 6 inches and make it hurt," he has to screw her twice and punch her in the face.
No, the best line off of that.
Donkey punch maneuver. Move.
The best line I've heard of somebody saying that with the whole like soup can was, "There's not much you can do with the hockey puck."
I was literally just gonna say, best case scenario for you would be hockey puck.
Yeah.
No, man.
You're not really
top rail, man. You top rail Stelly.
Yeah, we go live and we mess up.
And then after the game, dude, you got to get you some of those big city sellies, big city snipes, bro.
Yeah.
Ferta. Snipe City, bro.
Snipity snipes. Yeah.
And if you are all wondering how I take all this, if anybody's wondering how I take this abuse,
he was conditioned as a child.
Yeah, I was pretty much conditioned as a child.
Abuse is the only way he accepts love.
Yeah. That is so sad.
We don't abuse him. He thinks that we hate him.
He instinctively starts saying things like, "Yes, Mistress Kiki."
Oh man.
All right, so Marcus, what is it? A Backstreet Boy played for the Savannah Bananas this weekend.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was actually pretty entertaining.
I really want to know
what is his name? Brian Littrell. And his intro for, when they were calling out the roster, the lineup, he came out singing, "I Want It That Way."
Of course.
I saw it on TikTok, and I had to watch the whole thing like twice. And, I'm very, very, very confident in my my heterosexual orientation here. but I caught myself going, I want it that way.
That song.
Everybody has to, right?
Exactly.
It's like, the unofficial federal law is that every time a Journey song comes on the radio, you have to stop what you're doing and sing along.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like like Let It Go. Everybody knows the words to Let It Go.
But this article was dated yesterday by Matt Monaghan on MLB.com. Is this past weekend on a hot night in Georgia, two titans of pop culture collided. That's a strong opening sentence right there. I mean, that's a good hook, right? I mean, he got an A in his creative writing class in college.
That for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
His descriptives are vivid.
Right. And he goes, one is at its height today. One is a part of a group who took over the world more than 20 years ago. That sounds like a movie trailer.
It does.
Right.
You need to get the epic voice guy to read that.
All right. Let me see if I can do my best. Yeah. All right. So let me see if I can do this here. This past weekend on a hot night in Georgia, two titans of pulp culture collided. One is at its height today. One is part of a group who took over the world more than 20 years ago. But on Saturday night, they were on the same historic ball field at Grayson Stadium. There we go.
See, that's the promo that you have going up to it. This Saturday.
This Saturday.
You'll meet on the field of battle.
Right.
And then in the background, you just hear the song start.
Yeah. You would expect like the final countdown by Europe to start playing, but no, you hear da-da, da-da, you know?
Like,
and you see Brian Littrell.
That'll make it funnier.
He came out of the stands, right? He came out of the stands, and I mean, the whole team was out on the field, and then he gets to home plate and he starts doing a little dance routine, and the whole team joins in. Apparently, he was batting leadoff because they handed him a helmet, gave him a bat. He gets in the batter's box and starts warming up. And I'm like, okay, all right. You know what? I give him an A+. It was great. I enjoyed it. But yeah, dude, did you see that walk-off?
I missed it.
We have our first legitimate comment in the comment section.
Yeah, it's going against Johnny, so it's making me happy.
No, that's not going against me.
Is it? No.
That's your dyslexia kicking in again.
It probably is.
Okay, so she is wheelchair bound, and I called her, able challenged, her less abled, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Peach of an individual. But yeah, and the only disappointment that I have is the fact that my daughter was not the first to comment, but she was. Not taking away from the validity or the value of that comment. But my daughter did not comment first.
No.
Man,
We're not mad.
We're not mad. We got number love for y'all. But my daughter, seriously, come on now. Be better.
Yeah.
Man. You see that walk off from Adolis Garcia?
No.
Oh, she goes, "Hey, I've been sending the link out." Oh, fine. God.
Yeah, she's doing actual work, and you're just
She's
like,
doing the leg work. All right, look. All right, yeah, all right.
I'm sorry. No, I gotta say it because that sounds vaguely like an excuse. Because how long does it take to make a comment? It takes longer to go in and actually find where you're going to send the link out than it does to actually make the comment. So it takes 6.3 nanoseconds to actually type out, "Hey guys, how's it going?" I'm calling it. I'm right here. I'm going to be the bad guy. I am the bad guy. But also, thank you.
I mean, he came in like, well, thank you. Thank you for doing the work of the fatherland.
I wonder that's how they got him in the freaking showers. Heidi.
You like to know.
Hey, man, we can't be enough with the Hitler jokes, dude. I mean,
Oh man.
Besides that, and frankly, they're just gassed out.
Oh.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit
You minute mark.
we haven't even hit the low point in the show yet.
No, we have not hit the low point. We have not brought in the Ronin of immorality. It's not joke time with Colin yet.
But now you all see where he gets it from.
A genetic code on display for your eyes and now your ears. To be bathed with the hot bukake sauce.
Hot bukkake sauce.
Hot bukake. I cannot talk. See, I'm hanging out with David too much.
Oh, no, it all went wrong.
Yes, it all went wrong. I'm in danger.
I gotta get that one. I gotta put that on the board.
So good.
Oh man.
I'm helping.
Yeah, I'm helping. Your mom's a jailbird.
My mom's not on the cover of Crack Whore magazine.
Oh,
Your mom is on the cover of Crack Whore magazine.
Now, Eric, it was just for money.
Oh man.
was that Hunter Biden next to you? Yes.
I'm in danger.
It's one of those. All right, children, gather around. I need you to show me where on Detective McClane that the bad man touched you.
That's my bathing suit area.
See, he's even got a name. It's Carl. Ho, ho, ho. I have a machine gun now. All right. So now that we have a live audience, okay. My kids gifted this to me for Christmas last year. And I'm going to announce it now so that everybody can kind of mark it on their calendars. If you celebrate Hanukkah, I get it. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, there's Adderall for that. But at Christmas time, where we celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'm going to start an Angry Me production tradition. I'm going to read a Die Hard Christmas.
Oh yes.
Every year.
Talk about this.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to read the description on the back of the book. Die Hard may be the greatest Christmas movie of all time, and now you can enjoy the timeless tale in this whimsical storybook for adults. Join John McClane, Hans Gruber, Sergeant Powell, and all of your favorites in this delightfully illustrated tale of high-rise adventure and holiday spirit.
You need to do that like in a one of those
like infomercial. Oh,
No.
like a sweater vest.
Yeah.
And like get the pipe. Yeah.
Right next to
By that time, hopefully I'll have my mic or my mic boom so I can lean back in my chair.
Yeah, you gotta have the easy chair, and then you gotta have the crackling fireplace effects.
Yes.
Going. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll you know how Netflix does the fireplace every year.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll put it on an iPad and I'll put it right back here.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, now that you are partaking upon in this show in an alive environment, you get the same tomfoolery, dare I say fuckery, on the recorded show, but now you get to experience it firsthand.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna do the nerd sports, but we're still gonna try that once a month thing to where we comment on.
So we're gonna do like our own take on Mystery Science 3000 once a month. Try to anyway.
Yeah,
I still say our tagline is Riff Tracks without the talent.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. So for those of you who are still in the comment section, we're going to need some assistance here. We need you to desperately throw out movie titles. Now, bear in mind, these movies, they need to be as cheesy as humanly possible. So that way we can make fun of them as much as we possibly can. And not have to pay studios royalties for broadcasting their movies.
Yes, they do have to be.
I mean, I know we can do Range 15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can do Range 15. That should be the kickoff show.
Oh, dude,
we need a guest. We need a guest. Chris, I need you to work on your end to see if we can get a guest.
Ooh,
I don't care who it is.
I know exactly who I need to reach out to. Yep, I know exactly who to reach out to. David, you know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I already know.
Oh, please tell me he's going to do an officer monologue.
He might.
Oh, that's fucking epic. Yes.
Come on, Johnny. You should know who I'm thinking about too.
Oh, come on. I mean, he's the same guy that every day tweets the same GIF of Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta, just so that way we know it exists?
No, he's actually probably busy.
Maybe. It sucks because ever since we sold The Office, I don't get to see him all the time.
Yeah, that kind of does.
That was my highlight of the day, is turning the corner, seeing him come down, and just hear it, because he never just called me Chris. It was always, "Hi, Chris Jacka." Oh. It was never just, "Hey Chris, how you doing?" It was always, "Hi Chris Jacka."
Yeah, but there's some people that just do that.
Yeah, it's just
the name. It rolls right off the tongue.
I know what's his name.
Like me, for example, I just call you handsome or sexy. Just it rolls right off the tongue.
Joey Diaz does that. He'll call you your full name. Because he does it all the time on Rogan.
You notice how David emphasized the D in his name?
Oh, yeah. He always emphasizes on the D. He centers right in. It's just on target. Right there. Anywhere there's a D, he's got to have a hard D right in his mouth.
But just the tip of the tongue.
Fuck that. I'm going balls deep, motherfucker. I'm in it to win it.
Okay. All right.
I there's sometimes I just go to the street corner and put on my face it said daycare center.
That would work too.
All children's welcome.
There are the international flair and just put genocide, burial pit on your forehead.
That's only in South Africa.
So in the standings in the American League, the best team in the American League still, surprisingly, is the Baltimore Orioles. Our comment section got really quiet.
Yeah, I do that.
They're like, "Oh, this got awkward."
David made it.
Like, I thought we were coming here to get entertained.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Listen, folks, it doesn't get better than this. This is literally as good as it gets.
I mean, we bring Colin in. He kind of brings the show up a little, but not much. I mean, we still have to look up to see ground level. I mean, it's like we're playing Fallout Shelter here.
Yes.
Hold on, I got it.
Our bar is definitely in.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Oh, that would be accurate. Eh? The Red Sox just got done beating the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa Bay. So,
Yeah,
Boston, they're
they're Boston.
No, well, okay. So here's the thing. We're talking about magic numbers now, games that they've got to lose to be eliminated. The Tampa Bay Rays are sitting at 23 now. Toronto Blue Jays, their magic number is 16. The Boston Red Sox, 12. The Yankees only have to lose 9 more times before they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
Funny enough, they'll have that by the end of the week.
Right.
That's how bad they are this year.
I'm just
bending time and space.
What kind of magical demon spells are
God, I
they
need warp speed now. Here's Brian Cashman up in the GM suite. I'm giving her all she's got. My God,
I can't suck any harder.
Ronald and John Carl starting together with duct tape and bubble gum. What more do you want from me, man?
Oh man.
So it is no surprise that the 2 teams who have been officially eliminated in the American League from postseason contention are the Kansas City Royals and your Oakland Athletics.
I think they were eliminated
anymore.
They were eliminated the first week of the season, let's be honest.
I mean, catchers and pitchers reported in February.
March, they were out.
They looked at the roster for opening day. They were like, we are so They had Bradley Cooper come in to do a custom voiceover for their season ticket holders. Yeah, we fucked up.
No. What's
They
even
couldn't
worse?
afford to have Bradley Cooper, so they literally just played the YouTube clip.
They paid him to do a cameo.
No, not even that. They probably
$2.5 million.
they paid him to call.
Hey, dude, actors, they're
holders
doing
in the
shit on
middle.
the cheap now because they're still on strike.
Oh shit, that's true. I forgot. I'll do it for a sandwich.
We'll settle out of court right now for a pack of envelopes and 2 cheeseburgers.
You just see him on the corner with a cardboard sign. We'll write scripts for
He's like,
food.
man, you got work? I'll suck your dick.
You say, what now? I said I suck. Oh, yeah.
You remember that scene from Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking and juicing the hood?
Yeah.
Classic.
He's like, you need some directions? Oh, yeah.
I'll suck your dick for directions.
Like, you do what?
And he's like, well, you go over here.
He's all adjusting himself and shit. As they say, any port in a storm.
Yeah.
Got a problem up in here? All right. The Seattle Mariners, they have a 1-game lead over. Actually, no, they are they're in a virtual tie for the division lead with the Houston Astros. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I mean, it looked like for a little bit there that the Astros were going to try to do their best to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, but they're starting to get it together. They're 6-4 over the last 10, so which is good. Seattle's doing the same thing. Texas is 4-6 over their last 10.
Wow.
In the National League, we've got, the best team on the planet is the Atlanta Braves. They're leading the world in winning percentage, ERA, batting average, and on-base percentage and slugging average or slugging percentage. It's insane how good they are right now.
I still like that new TikTok that I found. It was the Rangers is like, oh, we're almost getting to third place, and a bear just like toppled it.
Oh no, it was talking about division lead. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, angry faithful of all ages, the American League Central has a death grip on the worst division in baseball title for 2023. Yeah, Minnesota Twins. We're looking at you. Let me see here. The wild card standings. Baltimore, Seattle, and Minnesota hold their division title, hold first place in their divisions just by like, even if it's by 1/1000th of a percentage point. Tampa Bay, they've got the first spot by 6.5 games over the last place team. Houston and Texas are in the second and third wild card spots for the American League right now. The American League West, they're trying to do their best AL East impression this year, and I'm kind of digging it. Texas, you expected them to be in the playoff hunt this year because of the way they went out and spent during the offseason. The Astros, you expected a little bit of fall off because, I mean, we haven't seen a repeat World Series champion since the Toronto Blue Jays did it back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's always the case when someone like wins a big championship. They like drop off the next year.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to expect a little bit of drop off, especially in this day and age of free agency.
Yeah.
It's good for the parity of the sport. You know, you get your smaller market teams that can make trades to try to become as competitive as some of these large market teams. Now, being the avid Red Sox fan that I am, everybody here on the show, and those of you who have been consistently listening throughout the course of the season, make no mistake about it, I have not been high on the 2023 edition of the Boston Red Sox.
No.
At all. Okay. I mean, the Mets, the Sox, the Yankees, the Padres, they got some of the highest payrolls in baseball. And they are just underperforming like crazy. I firmly believe that Brian Cashman in New York, he needs to go. I think for the betterment of that fan base, for the betterment of that team. But as a Red Sox fan, keep him. Plant his feet in cement so he cannot leave the office. Leave him there for as long as possible. I don't care. The Mets, I mean, dude, with the way that they went out and they spent for Just Verlander, they spent for Max Scherzer, they finally paid Pete Alonso. You would have expected them to do way, way better than they did. I mean, and they came out of the gates kind of lackluster. But
I was gonna say, they haven't had a strong year all year. They just have never really been able to get anything going, any kind of run or rally going at all.
I think what they need to do, I don't think they need to take the Moneyball approach. I think what they need to do is, instead of looking at, you need a strong performer in the clubhouse. You need a leader, obviously, but I think that there's a lot to be said for unit cohesiveness, that esprit de corps. The way that the chemistry in the locker room works has a big effect on what takes place on the field.
Right.
So I don't think that they need to go out and shop big names, because you get the big names, you're going to start running into ego problems, and you're going to have things happening like the front office accusing, Justin Verlander of being a diva.
Yeah.
While I don't terribly disagree with that statement, I do think that a lot of it is New York just doing New York things.
Right.
And whether you play in Queens or whether you play in the Bronx, it doesn't matter. It's all the same market. It's all the same media. I don't know. I mean, you take a lot of these players that go to these big market teams like Ryan Brazier. I mean, he went to play in Boston and he was lights out in 2018, helped us win a World Series. Thank you very much, sir. But then he just kind of fell off. I mean, I know that part of that was because of injuries. And a lot of it may have been just mishandling his player type out of the bullpen. But when the Red Sox designated him for assignment, he cleared waivers. The Dodgers picked him up, and he's out there holding his own now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like a lot of players that when they leave the New York and Boston markets, they kind of flourish a little bit. And I think that it's just because those are incredibly hard markets to play for.
Yeah.
Because on the Odyssey app, I'll listen to WEEI, which is the Boston sports radio station there. And some of those fans, dude, I mean, even some of the personalities that host those shows, it's brutal. It's brutal, dude. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah. Almost as bad as Philly fans.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's separating them is the fact that they don't show up throwing battery-packed snowballs at halftime.
Right. I mean, there's there's a step or two above.
Right.
But equally as verbally abusive.
Yeah. So let me see here. All right, so I'm sending Colin a text to find out if he is ready. We need some more participation from the
Peanut
gallery over here.
Which apparently that's racism.
How is that racist?
Anything can be racist if you want it to be hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you see that? You see how I just let that slide? I didn't make a David joke at all. I'm maturing as a person.
You know what's funny is the fact that
you're just adding.
My brain immediately went, "Oh, that's a David joke."
We both immediately recognized the opportunity and just watched it sail by wordlessly.
We did Fred Savage a favor and we didn't go mole.
Oh. That's all we have to do.
Those of you who are watching still, please type in the comments and just say, "Hey, hi, Colin. How's it going?" Your sister, Colin, at least at some point was in the comment section here. Yeah. We're waiting.
Kindest. I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. I was horrible. I was awful.
Can you see her comment?
There she is.
There she is. We have life found a way. All righty. Okay. All right. You know what we didn't, because this is live, I guess you didn't get the sponsor read put in at the beginning?
No. Okay. I'll put it in. The live ones, I'm not going to be able to.
I'll do a live read for the live shows. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hold on. I got it. I think I could do it. Hold on.
Yeah, just play the audio on it.
Yeah. I might be able to do it. Oh, there we go. And see if hopefully everybody hears it.
We here at Angry Me Production want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services, including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, Mobile Notary Mindy, NerdSports.com. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. That's actually the first time that I've listened to the,
Yeah, I know you don't listen to the show.
well, I usually skip past the opening because I hate hearing myself. So
He hates hearing himself, but he loves to hear him talk.
no, that's
That's pretty much exactly spot on, Chris. And Johnny can't I was like, I listen to the show.
You
I
still
don't
listen
listen to the show.
okay. So this may be TMI for some of those of you who are in the audience, but I'm kind of a control freak.
Mhm.
All right. I like it when people call me sir. My wife refers to me as daddy in the bedroom.
There's certain things I don't need to hear. This is one of them.
There's a couple of people in here that probably didn't need to hear that.
If my wife ever hears that, she's going to be mortified. She's like,
I'm going to message her right now.
Sir, immediately.
You should hear the show and what Johnny's spitting out.
right?
Skip forward
That's
to
probably
an
what
hour
my
before
daughter is
this.
doing right
In
now.
the next second,
Oh my God! Did you hear? You need to know what Dad just said.
did you and the next
sorry.
is a frying pan hitting him and he gets knocked out. It was like, well, I guess me and Chris are gonna finish up the
Out
show.
of the list of concussions. There we go, everybody.
Expect the door to burst open here in 3, 2.
Nope. 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 Yeah. Bell said I'm a texter.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Well, now that we've had our
Yeah, we're gonna have to hurry this
read
up
for this
Johnny's
next
still
section.
alive.
Yeah, I need to get his intro in before I'm murdered on live yeah, during our live studio broadcast.
He's
That'd
looking
help
at
our
his
ratings.
watch blinking really fast.
right. This is going to change from nerd sports to psychos and sociopaths. Real fucking quick.
Yes.
You're going to have Andrea up all night or up late doing a profile on my wife. She murders me.
Oh man.
And you're gonna have BC and the Disruptors doing a town hall episode on why husbands should keep their mouths shut.
And her standing in the background just like this.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Tansy's gonna do a breakdown on Full Stop as to how the police handled this particular call. Great.
You know you really made it if you get a donut breakdown, then you know you really made it.
Right. The fat electrician on TikTok's gonna do a profile about the cast iron frying pan that shattered my skull.
That's when you know you really fucked up.
New weapons for the military, cast iron.
We're shipping 10 cases to Ukraine tomorrow. Oh, whew, okay.
The defeat of the Russian army brought to you by Lodge.
Now, are they more effective when they're seasoned, preseason, or postseason?
Oh no, they come they come seasoned.
Oh, come on. You can't trust that seasoning. If you
You don't.
gotta
I mean,
you
gotta heat the oven to 350, then you or actually 350. Then you rub the whole thing down with grapeseed oil and you put it in the oven for like an hour.
Yeah.
Let it cool. Repeat the process. You do that 3 or 4 times. You're gonna have some slidey eggs, dude. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Okay. You ready, Colin? Because I'm about to do the intro.
Yeah.
What? Okay. See, now that we've got a live audience, like the pressure's on and my brain's going, yeah.
Yeah, stop being a bitch. Hurry it up.
You're gonna write this down.
When have I ever written one of his intros down? Ever.
You said like the last 10 times.
I know that I say I keep having to do it, and I should probably do it.
That's what, isn't that what
Excuse the fuck out of me for having a busy life.
No.
I mean, it's not like I have all the time in the world to listen to audiobooks and podcasts while I'm working. See, I thought I was growing, but I just regressed. I didn't want to be the one to out. I wanted you to bed. That's what that was.
I wanted you to reach that realization. Part of maturing, Johnny, is reaching those conclusions yourself.
Right. Okay. From the scarred landscape, from the smoky fields of Maui, to the Dust Bowl, to the Dusty Bowl of Oklahoma. to the flooded plains and culverts of Florida, I bring to you my genetic code, here to make you doubt your morality, to make you doubt your sanity, to bring to light the deepest, darkest demons that lurk within your own soul. Our own resident Ronin of comedy. I bring to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and angry faithful of all ages, this week's installment of Joke Time with Colin.
Oh, shit! Oh,
What is the emo's favorite type of bath bomb? A toaster.
I was about to say it.
Yep. Yep, I saw it coming. Yep.
Oh, now, bear in mind, Colin, you have got a live audience on this week's show. So,
Oh, yay.
yeah. So I'm going to need you to, really bring the thunder here, dude.
No pressure. No pressure at all.
Yeah. Woo, okay.
Need one that's borderline.
Oh, my God.
I just got a text from my wife that says I'm in so much trouble.
Oh my God. I'm gonna message Andrea. Actually, no, I'm gonna message PC.
I just said, oh yeah, what did I do?
For what?
She was like, oh yeah. She goes, yeah.
For what?
If your screen goes blank, we understand.
No.
And
It's
we don't understand. I want to see everything.
it's oh, okay.
All right, Colin. Wow.
To be fair,
What is black at the top of the stairs after a house fire? Stephen Hawking.
I didn't see that one coming. Oh dear God.
Was not ready for that one.
Oh yeah. You've officially killed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. Oh God.
How did he get up there in the first place?
I mean,
He has a lift.
Yeah, you could do a lift.
Well, maybe it's like a
Or
ramp.
because the house catches fire, power's going out.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's very
Yeah.
true.
It's not. I mean, it's not like he can suddenly remember that he was mentioned in the song "Gonads and Strife," where he's motherfucker going down the hill and go wee.
Colin, you got one more in you?
Oh man,
No, that's all I
Okay.
got.
that was a solid one to go out on.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I need you to stick around for the football stuff because then we're going to talk about Starfield. I got to play that today.
Yeah, I saw you were.
I've been watching a streamer, and it is taking everything in me not to just run out and put a fucking Xbox on my credit card right now. It is taking everything within me to stop from doing that because
Yeah.
It was a 100 gig install and then an additional 15 gig update.
Yeah,
Right now, currently, I'm exploring what's left of Earth.
Dude, he's
you
like,
think? Would you
20
say that's
hours.
the biggest game on your Xbox right now?
No, the biggest game well, if you're talking about individual title,
Probably Call of Duty.
no, actually.
Really?
See, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is probably Modern Warfare 2 rather is sitting at like I think like 104 gigs.
Halo Infinite.
That game's not.
Halo Infinite,
It's not as big as like.
like GTA 5 is sitting at like 106, 108.
I will stand by this. GTA is overrated.
Yeah, and see, the only reason why GTA is as big as it is because of the online content.
That's true.
So I think for single player campaign stuff, with the just by the sheer immenseness of the maps, I mean, because it's like in every sense of the word sandbox. I mean, it is open world.
GTA 6 can have like 3 different cities.
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm going to play GTA 6 though.
I'll just play like Red Dead or something.
I will definitely be playing.
But
Get this after done because we still haven't done the NFL.
I know. All right, so let's go into the NFL. We're not even going to talk about the scores from the previous week of the preseason. We're just going to go into week 1. All right, so here, let me do this real quick. Pull up the notes. And okay. Week 1. All right, so David, I'm still going to share the notes with you on this one. That way you can post them.
Which you're gonna have to share it because I can't share it on Facebook apparently.
No, you can just copy and paste.
No, I can copy and paste and put it on Facebook on our actual Angry Me production page.
Oh yeah, I'll share the page.
But
and if you're still out there
personal
looking,
account, I can't fucking share.
oh,
It's blocking me for some reason.
It sucks to Zuck. There we go. See what I did there?
Mhm.
All right. So the season kicks off on Thursday night with the Detroit Lions visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, as much as I would love to see Detroit pull off the upset here, it's Mahomes, dude.
Yeah.
It's Mahomes. A majority of that roster came back. Sorry, Detroit, but we're going to take the Chiefs over the Lions.
Yep. All day, every day.
Yeah, it's.
I don't see the Lions coming back the same way that they did last year. Like last year, they had a great season. I don't see that happening twice in a row.
Well, on Sunday, one of the first games is this season's first demonstration in utter mediocrity. We've got the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Being that it's the Panthers and the Falcons playing, I picked the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah, you could toss a coin and come up either way on this one. I think the Falcons are going to pull it out for no other reason than just gut. I have nothing to back that up with. I just feel like the Falcons are going to do it.
Yeah. Learn how to spell today. That would be great. All right. Next up, we've got the Texans at the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, even though the Ravens have got, they've got their quarterback coming back, finally signed a new contract. They've still got Justin Tucker as their kicker. This is the deadlock loss of the week, but I think I'm going to take the Texans beating the Ravens in an upset on opening weekend.
I don't see it. I
don't see it either, but at the same time, I think that with the new environment, the new atmosphere that the Texans have from the head coaching staff all the way through the locker room, they've got brand new players. They got CJ Stroud starting at quarterback.
I will say that if there's going to be an upset, it would be that one because they do have a lot to prove. I just don't think they have it together yet.
It's going to be their statement win of the year, but then after that, it's going to be a rough go.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to take the L on that one, but I think I'm going to pick the Texans over the Ravens.
Very bold move.
Yeah, we'll see how it pays out, Cotton. All right. After that, we've got the Bengals at the Browns. Now, bear in mind that Joe Burrow is hurt. He injured his calf during training camp. I would still be tempted to pick the Bengals. I'm kind of leaning that way.
I gotta go Bengals on that one.
Yeah, I mean the Browns. They were surprisingly decent during the preseason, but that's the preseason, so I don't know. Then we got the Jaguars over the Colts. I'm taking the Jags on that one. Just simply by the way that the Jags finished the season. And then, the Colts, they still have Jeff Saturday as their head coach, and that dude
said he hasn't left yet, so
we're going to take the Jags over the Colts. And for those of you in the audience, if you have any kind of input, please feel free to interject. We're just out here, rank amateurs, just kind of giving our 2 cents, and we're expecting change back. After that, we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Minnesota Vikings.
Gotta go Buccaneers on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I just really didn't feel that great about the way that the Vikings finished the season. Like, at all.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost like they overperformed. They over-delivered. And, when you compare it to their divisional schedule, it just wasn't that impressive. Especially, they just kind of went into the postseason almost like it was like they were gassed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm thinking that we're going to take the Bucs over the Vikings. Let's see. Now, after that, let me see here. We've got some pretty obvious ones. We've got the Titans at the Saints. I kind of want to say the Saints, but at the same time, I'm not real confident on that one. I almost want to go with the Titans on this one.
I'm kind of the same. The Titans kind of surprised us a few times last year.
Yeah, they're not going to. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight between Tennessee and Jacksonville for the division this year. But no, when I see the Saints, I mean, just nothing stands out like at all. So yeah,
Go with the Titans on that one.
All right. And then next we've got the San Francisco 49ers at Pittsburgh. We're going to go with the Niners on that one.
Yeah.
And then we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Washington Redskins. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going with.
They will be the Redskins.
Think the Redskins on this one?
I think so. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Redskins got this one.
I think Washington by a field goal, and it's going to be one of those last minute field goals too.
Yeah, but it'll be a slog.
Then we got Green Bay at Chicago. Green Bay is coming into the season with a brand new quarterback.
I almost want to go with the Bears on this one.
I was thinking the same thing. You know, the Bears traditionally over the last season, they were what the Donkeys were the season before. Every time we picked them, they lost. So
it
was not pretty last year.
I just don't know if the Packers have got everything together again with that.
Yeah, I'm not sold on them. I'm not buying on the Packers. I'm not selling on the Packers right there. So
Hold on real quick. I'm kind of curious because I was looking at the injury report for most of the teams and everything. And I think I seen that the Packers had least, I believe. Don't quote me on it until I see that.
Well, it doesn't matter who's injured versus not injured, who's got the least amount of people on the injured list versus who doesn't.
Well, it's depending on if they're starting somebody that they haven't used.
They have a brand new quarterback under center this year. Aaron Rodgers is gone. He's in New York.
I know that.
So we are essentially looking at a brand new offense, and you've got a bunch of brand new players in there. Who, I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just not sold on the Packers this year. I'm really not.
Nope. Now, who knows? They might completely surprise us, which, honestly, I don't hate the Packers, so I would be pleasantly surprised if they do come out and do something, but I
the list,
see it happening.
No, the list was it's a lot of people on the list, but the problem with the list is they're just showing like 2 people on there that is like questionable.
And I appreciate that look that you gave it, but I mean, as far as who's injured, I mean, it's not the number of people, it's who's injured on that injured list. But I'm not sold on the Packers. I'm just not. And it's not that I have a distaste for Green Bay at all. I love cheese, but I'm just not sold on the Packers this year.
Well, it's one of those things. It's one of those things also is that whole team, if they did good in the training, they might have a chance.
Not necessarily. Okay.
Yeah.
If you look at preseason records over the last 10 or 12 seasons, the teams that did the best during the preseason didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah. So remember, they can do good against it's preseason.
I mean,
so
you could put
good against their like
guys in against another team's 5th stringers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're out there. I mean, the purpose of the preseason, David, is it's for the starters to get some snaps in, but it's for them to weed out all of the draft picks and the free agent signings that the team went through during the offseason. Their purpose is to cut that roster down and figure out who they're going to release, who they're going to assign to the practice squad, things like that. I mean, that is the whole reason for the preseason. So whether or not the Packers did well, I mean, a lot of teams, they've got, returning veterans. They've got a stable core of players. They're going through third and fourth round draft picks. They're going through undrafted free agents, and they're trying to figure out who they're going to put on their practice squads, who they're going to keep, who they're going to actually sign, that kind of a situation.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's almost like, yeah, just say you take a Major League Baseball team and you put them on the field with a kid, a bunch of 12-year-old, 6-year-olds playing t-ball. I mean, a Major League Baseball player on a field the size of a t-ball field, they hit a bunt, it's going yard.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, you're talking about two different skill levels on the field at the same time, and the preseason is nothing more than just an evaluation of how well you can execute.
Yeah. And you're not even going to have the same players on there. Like, there's going to be people that played in the preseason that won't even be on the team for the regular season.
Yeah.
So it's you can't use that as a metric necessarily going forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the Raiders at the Donkeys. I like the Raiders this year.
Yeah. Well, they also have that special coach or business partner. What is it? Tom Brady's a business partner, right?
Yeah, he's part owner.
Yeah.
He bought into the team. Yeah.
There could be some interesting
at that point, it's just a business transaction. That's it. He's simply there as an investment, as an investor. That's all. He's not there giving advice. He's not on the sidelines coaching up the quarterbacks. He's
not pulling a Jerry Jones.
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, it's absolutely pissed off, and it's made a lot of Raider fans salty because they're like, we don't want anything to do with Tom Brady. But there he is. He's part of your life now. You can either learn to love it, or you can learn to just be salty as you always are and be adorable at the same time.
Exactly.
We're going to take the Raiders over the Donkeys on that one. For those of you who don't know, we refer to the Denver Broncos as the Donkeys because, well, you got Danger Russell Wilson in there going, let's ride.
And what he means by those who don't know, we mean David.
No, David knows, but we have to remind him.
We've had to correct him on that way too many times for me to say confidently that he actually does know.
I mean, Chris has a point.
He's learning.
I mean, we're looking at disability base here.
He's
he has absolutely no clue what's going on.
I'm usually staring off something else while y'all are talking. So
you kind of do that while you're talking too.
Yeah. Check this out. This is not now nut free.
Until you got your hands on it.
Yeah.
Full of nuts.
Yeah.
Why you sucks when you have now cupcakes? That's why he gets the vanilla ones.
Mm-hmm.
David is so disconnected from any activity that he's been a part of for the majority of his life that he was shocked and dismayed when he was told, "Congratulations, it's a girl." It's like, when? What? When did that happen?
Who's a girl?
No, I got a
girl.
I got a story for that one.
Okay. All right, let's get through the scores first. Picks first. Okay, I'm sorry.
Damn it, Johnny.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay.
Where were we?
That guy KD, he's like, huh? What? He's like, ooh. He's like, story time. I want to hear it. Oh, no. We got the Dolphins. We got Miami at Los Angeles playing the Chargers. I think we go with the Dolphins.
That was my immediate initial reaction was Dolphins.
Chargers.
And
Chargers all the way on that one.
that was tough, man. I got to go with my immediate instinct was to say Dolphins.
David, I want you to explain why you want the Chargers.
When was the last time you even heard anything happening other than that mishap on the field that one of the players ended up having a heart attack? You hear anything about the Dolphins in a good way?
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so
last year, the only thing that anybody
last year, the only thing that happened was that the Dolphins underperformed and oversold, and the heart attack that you're referring to was Damar Hamlin with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, but they were playing.
You're on the right side of the country. You're just a little bit south.
No. They were playing the Dolphins.
No. They weren't. They were playing the Bengals.
Are they really?
Yeah, they were.
They were playing the Dolphins.
But I appreciate the conviction upon which you sold your stand.
And no one was playing. No one was talking about the fucking Dolphins.
The Dolphins had they were involved in a game with the Patriots this preseason where a Patriots player was carted off the field.
Okay, that might have been it.
Mm-hmm. But I'm still taking the Dolphins over the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do like picking losers, so go ahead. You may pick me as a friend, so I'm not wrong.
Self-burn.
Yeah.
Right. Good. I need you to make sure, David, that when you tie the knot in the rope tonight, that it's not a slip knot. Okay.
Okay.
And
you could do it. You could do a taut line hitch, and it'll stick. It won't untie itself.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, even a good tight square knot could.
And use the header, in the door frames.
Mm-hmm.
Not the joists in the ceiling.
Don't use that the butcher's twine either, because that's not gonna. It's not strong enough.
No.
I mean, maybe if you braid it together, possibly, but
you know it will work great for him. The coax cable.
Oh yeah.
Or the microphone cable that he has to replace.
There you go.
Oh, it's not.
You might need to double it up just to make sure, though.
Right. Yeah. Because you wouldn't want that separation.
Right.
Okay. So moving on. We've got the Eagles at the Patriots. The Patriots zip ties work better. That is awesome.
I mean, I feel like you'd have to double those up too, though.
No.
Well, it just depends.
Just like a single string, you'd have to probably.
No, I mean, if you're getting the thick ones, I mean, those will work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the big. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. Good call. All right. So the Eagles are opening up at in Foxborough against the Patriots. I'm kind of torn on that one. I mean, you want to say the Eagles, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, all right, Mac Jones has got something to prove this year. And I think he's going to go out there and he's going to play hungry. But I'm not sold on either one of those teams.
No. I do think the Eagles are going to pull out the win, though.
All right. And then after that, we have got the LA Rams visiting Seattle. I think we're going to take Seattle on that one.
Yeah, Seattle.
Because Stetson Bennett IV is going to come out and learn just how incredibly hard they hit in the NFL.
Yes.
Like, I had a line that blocked for me in Georgia. You ain't in Georgia, Sweet Peach.
Yeah, it's going to be a very rude awakening.
All right. And then we've got our traditional Sunday night opener. We've got the Cowboys at the New York Football Giants. Do we sound like a bunch of homers and take the Cowboys, or do we look for a reason to try to justify it?
Every single part of me wants to say the Cowboys, except my brain. Because they've hurt me. They've hurt me way too many times in the past.
But who are we kidding? We're like a beaten housewife. We're going to keep going back every time because they say they're going to do better.
But I love them.
Where did
change his time?
Dak promised he was going to do better.
He got a job. He's doing better.
He promised me he changed the number on his Sleep Number bed. And if anything else, the Cowboys are going to excel on Sunday night because of Deuce Vaughn.
If they do, it will be because of that.
Yeah,
because they got nothing else going on right now.
Well, because here's the thing: they're going to open up the running game, and they're going to run it down New York's throat for about a quarter and a half, and then they're going to start jamming the box, right? I mean, they're going to start crashing hard, in the secondary, or at the line rather. And that's going to start opening up the passing lanes. Dak Prescott, he may throw 3 interceptions on Sunday night, but I think he's going to grab probably at least 2 touchdowns.
I think best case scenario is 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I mean, that's a Cowboys quarterback thing. Like, if you're going to be a Cowboys quarterback, you have to throw interceptions.
At least you couldn't be mad at Tony Romo because he had a legitimate offensive line blocking problems.
That's true.
And he had that aw shucks look on his face all the time. Like,
oh God, he good grace to feel bad about it at least. I will give him that.
Dak walks off the field after throwing a pick, and he's like, "Yeah, right where I did that.
I did that.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. It was the receiver's fault. Yeah." Like, he walked off the field going, "I wonder what that looks like on the Surface Pro tablet."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to take the Cowboys over the New York Football Giants.
Sadly, we are.
Sadly, yes, we are. Now, to round off week 1, we've got Monday Night Football, September 11th. The Buffalo Bills are going to the Meadowlands to play the New York Jets. Jetss, Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to take the field in his regular season debut for the first time wearing metallic green and white. He's going to be serenaded by the Jets fan, the fireman. I know he's got a name and it's out there. I just can't think of it right now. He's going to hear that song, Jetss, Jets. But the problem is he's got the Buffalo Bills coming into town. It's a divisional game.
I don't think he could have picked a worse matchup for his first game right out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close one, but it's going to be a shootout. But I think that the Bills are going to prevail on that one.
I agree.
Yeah. I totally agree on that one.
Jets are going to make them work for it. By no means will it be a blowout, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I mean so just to kind of recap a little bit here, our week 1 picks are going to be Chiefs over the Lions, Falcons over the Panthers, Texans over the Ravens, and for the upset pick of the week, Bengals over the Browns, Jags over the Colts, Bucks over the Vikings, Titans over the Saints, Niners over the Steelers, Redskins over the Cardinals, Bears over the Packers, Raiders over the Donkeys, Fish over the Lightning Bolts, the Eagles over the Pats, Seahawks are going to take it to the Rams, Cowboys are going to fumble their way into a victory over the Giants, and the Bills are going to ruin opening night for Aaron Rodgers and the New York Football Jets. that is our that's week 1 predictions of the new NFL season. Everybody, be looking for those so you can hold us accountable on Facebook. Probably take a screenshot, put it on Instagram. Definitely, you're hearing it live if you're still out there.
And we would love to see some discussion underneath that post. Let us know how we did. Let us know. What do you think?
Are we
Good,
stupid?
bad?
Are we? Are we Mensa material?
We're ruining the entire.
Should we all receive scholarships to Harvard, or should we, go ahead and apply for financial aid and go to South Florida? I mean, what's going on here, guys?
Party school all day, every day. Are you kidding me? It's all you gotta go to the party school,
right? I gotta go to the party school.
I'm trying to find it.
Right. But we need to take our talents to South Birmingham Technical College.
Yes.
Or something that hits a little bit closer to home for David and I. We need to take our talents to Vernon College. They're Wichita Falls.
TLU in my neck of the woods.
Right.
I'm not seeing the notes on that.
Let me double check on something here, guy.
And on a side note, I appreciate everybody that has stuck around this long, because this has been a very long one. And
Yeah.
we've got a few people in there that have been there since the beginning. So
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all sticking around.
Yeah, no, according to this, it still says that you can still make changes to it. So you should be able to see it. Just or stop your notes app and then go back into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls. Yes, I'm assuming your genders. Deal with it. This is a you don't get an opinion zone.
Nope.
Wait, hold on. This is my show. I will act any damn way I feel necessary.
You got the table. Yeah.
Much like excuses, your opinions have a 0 meters effective range. No, that's not true. We value your opinions here at Angry Me Production.
So we're gonna land this plane.
Yeah, let's land this plane. Colin, you have any parting words of wisdom?
No.
Great response.
Anybody in the comment section is still here.
Put that on a t-shirt. Words of
Right. Right.
No. Afraid
You have
that
any parting words of wisdom? No.
No.
That's going to be Colin's first piece of merch. It's going to be do I have any parting words of wisdom? And the bottom of the coffee cup is going to say no.
Yes. Oh, my parting wisdom.
No.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman, and thank you all very much to Anna doing this live. We're going to try to do this every week. We're going to go live with the news, everything else, and maybe once a month you'll get us to where we'll end up watching some kind of BBB rated movie and commenting on that. And if you'd like to join us on that, just let us know. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening.
If you end this show before
I'm not ending it. I'm waiting on y'all guys.
you fucked that all to hell and back.
That was pretty. Yeah.
God, that
We
was
like
so
barreled
bad.
right through anywhere that we could have stepped on. Now
I mean, we are live. You're not in your bathroom. You're not the only one you have to entertain here, David. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, David Dickerman, I present to you the legend in his own bathroom, the only man boring enough to where his hand falls asleep on him while he has masturbatory sex. Like he was trying to say, he's David Dickerman. I'm Johnny Skelton.
And I am Chris Jacka.
Thank you all for listening.
Oh my God. Can we try
This
we
is
are not
the train
professional
wreck
with this yet, everybody. So
We've been
we're
doing
gonna
this
try
for
this again.
124
Hold on. I'm gonna throw it. The challenge platypus right there. Agent P. Okay. So can we try this again? All right. Take 3.
Okay. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all listening. This is Nerd Sports episode 124. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skelton.
And I am Chris Jacka.
Colin Skelton.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all listening, and goodbye.
Jesus Christ.
Finally.